Hey everyone, it is time for our last video on sweet memories. I hope you enjoyed this paper pack as much as I have. It is just amazing. I'm not even going to go into any explain. We've been doing it for a little bit, so let's just jump into the layout. Was going to do an actual layout out of Cherish again, but when I got my photos and got everything done, I wasn't quite liking the way it was going, so I kind of revamped it and cut accordingly. So I'm going to give you some measurements. So of course I'm starting with a mink cardstock, and this piece is 5 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I use that pretty loosely. And I believe this one is also, yes, it's the same. So both of these cuts are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and now I can't remember which way I was doing this. This way. And I'm going to offset them just a smidge so that I have a border on this one. Watch me have to bring this back up. I am going to meet them in the middle as the best as I can, so I have a nice solid seam. This time I'm going to use mink cardstock, and I am going to tuck this under there. It's just going to be barely. Oh, you want the measurement. Ha, 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 ha. Let me tell you. It is 5 by 11 1/2. You have to have the 11 1/2, but you probably could get under 5 if you wanted to. I just want it to match, so I am using that. End of my, no, it's not the end, but it sure feels like it. Okay, come on, go under there. There we go. And it's mainly so that I have my 1/4 inch border all the way around. Give or take. Yep. See what happens? This way you don't do it on camera, because then you guys don't have to watch me tear this up. But it happens to all of us. We all have those days when lining up is not our strong suit, right? Sometimes we just need a little help. This one's been down for a little bit, so it might be a little bit harder to get up. And I'm not worried about the tape on my base page, because I'm going to put something right on it, so it's no big deal. Again, I want to line these up in the middle pretty tightly, so it looks like that. Okay, let's try this again underneath. And there's where we're going. We're not going to do it again. There we are. Woohoo! All right, let me grab my photos so you can see what we are doing. Yes. I think this one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. And then these are two, when we were coming home, these just landed so nicely. They were just so pretty. Shot of the river. Okay, now let me grab my embellishments to see my photo placements before I put them down. I already know I'm going to swing this down because I want this. And I think I want this to come underneath like that. And then this one, I'm going to go up. And these are those little punch outs from having the workshop to go. This is my mom with all, well, she's missing one grandchild, so one grandchild missing in the photo. Okay, I got a couple more. Let's see, I think I want to do this up here. Something to that effect, I'm not sure. Play with that a little bit. And then I just used a tag and made a small little piece. I love this little, so reminds me of my grandparents. Might move this down a little bit. Of course, I'm going to put their names here. I really like that ledger paper. Yeah, I'm liking that for the most part. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. I'll probably add something more here. Let's do that one because that's the one I'm the most in question. So let me add adhesive. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I sure have fun making them. By all means, tell people, come out. I'd love it. Subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I love these fun little spatulas. Let's see. I think I'm liking that. I was thinking about, but now I'm not. If I'm going to put it on there, I think I'm going to leave it like that. But I am going to look at my sticker sheet. Like that. Okay, let's put this one down. And then we can add to it. Have to have room to write. Liking that. And I don't think I'm going to use all of this, so I'm going to cut this in half, or maybe a smidge more than half. Because then I get more bang for my buck. I can use that. So let's anchor that piece down. See, these all come together pretty fast when you do the prep work ahead of time. That makes a big, big difference. If you can do the prep work and get your items together, then it's just, you know, that's the ones you have to walk away from. That's the time you have to think, oh, okay, what do I want? What do I want to add? And by the time I put my journaling here, that will feel good. Let's add these down. As you can see, I only put a strip of black. And now that I see that, I think I'm going to trim that just a smidge. so that I don't have to overlap it so much. And it can stay in the blue. Just line this here. Okay. Hopefully I cut the right amount off now that I have them anchored. Always hate when that doesn't work, but I did. Shockaroo. Okay, let's just get this like this. And lay this down. And we're just going to add these. And I'm putting everything pretty much flush with this one. Like that. Like that. And I think I'm going to, oh, that's fine. I'm gonna come out with my Bitty Sparkles I had on one of the layouts, and I'm going to just add some fun just to draw your eye. It's kind of paper on paper, so I always like that look. And just to kind of soften some things. That's 5, so that's pretty good. Okay, what do you think? It's kind of the wrap at the end of this, so you can see that. That looks great. Okay, let me grab the next one. And again, we're doing mink. Making sure I have the right color paper. Because mink is also two-sided. There's a light and dark, and I use the lighter side. Okay. And I'm going to stay with the mist cardstock. And again, just checking. Yep. So let's anchor this down so we have that. Okay, and oh, I should tell you, I cut this at 11 1/4 by 11 1/4, okay? Because I wanted a little bit bigger all the way around. I wanted more showing because I knew I only had a few photos left on this. So then, let me grab these. So these are a smidge over 5 3/4 and a smidge over 7 3/4. And they don't have to be this long. That's just what I'm going to use. You can make what works for you. So I'm just going to, again, give it a nice border that matches. And I'm going to do the same thing. And yes, they are going to overlap, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I already know I have a journaling that I want to put in this corner. And then I'm going to embellish in that corner. And I have mounted these photos on black, an 1/8 of an inch of black and a little bit of white, because these photos are dark. There is a story behind these photos. It started with my grandparents and all of us cousins getting together on their staircase and reenacting the photo whenever we were together. And we actually did it the last time we were all together, which had been quite a few years since we've seen each other together. But we did it on a staircase. And so that is just a tradition we have done, and we have carried it out with the great grandkids. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have this, which is again off that punch. I'm going to put tradition here. Not sure where that heart's going to go yet. And I'm going to have this and this. Play with that a little bit. I have this smile. And then I have this. This is all, a lot of these are all punch outs, so they work. And I know for a fact that I'm tucking this in. So again, I'm just going to trim it in half to the best of my ability so that I can use it on another project. Okay. I also, this was a banner that had a much bigger edge to it, and I just free cut it to thin it up a little bit. And that was an extra piece. So let me get my photos anchored down, because I'm pretty happy with the way that's going to look. And I'm working within the sage square, not anything else. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to push this down and do the same thing, except this time I'm going to work within this square so that I'm comfortable with the way that looks, like that. Okay, I am going to put this on thin foam tape. Knowing that I am going to tuck some stuff in. That's why I like to do it at an angle. That's just me. That way I have some wiggle room for my ends tucking in. Okay. I'm gonna take these out, and I'm going to make sure I like the way that feels on there. It's not rocky. Yep. Always check that, because these are, foam tape is not forgiving in the fact that you can have some issues with not peeling it back up if you need to. So I am going to come down just a smidge, because I know that one flower is a little bit larger. And see, I still didn't do it enough. But you know what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier and just give it a flat edge. I like that better. Okay, because it came down quite a bit. I probably should have stuck the flower down first, but this works. And then that gives me a little edge to add to something. Who knows? I might put it on this page still. Okay. I think I'm going to do the same thing to this one, because I think, yep, I do like that. Okay. And sometimes you just need that little pop of color to go with something else. La la la, I'm liking this. I hope you guys are liking this. And I want to tuck this in here. Doesn't have to be very much showing, but just a nice pop of color. I'm going to stick tradition down. I was thinking I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do that. Get my fingers to work. Yeah, just kind of adds, softens that up, gives you that little whoop-de-woo. Do I like this one on this one? Yeah, I do. Isn't that cool? See how that worked? Was just a fluke, and it worked. Okay, let's get this smile down. Let me tell you, getting a shot, we must have 20 photos. I'm not exaggerating, because one child after another would close their eyes. I'm like, come on, kids. Okay, I do have another Purple Heart. Maybe I need to put it there. This is when a glue dot probably would have been the better choice. Okay. Other than adding some bling, I am liking this. And again, it looks bare right now because I know I'm going to put a journaling there. I just have to write this story. And sometimes just a little pop of the clear sparkles brings your eye up that way. I think it's fun. And don't forget, it's always fun to tuck them under. That's always a good idea. And we'll just draw our eye to here. And I think I'm going to put one out here. So you get the gist of that. Well, that's a nice use of that. I am thrilled with these. I think for this day, for us, for our family, this was an amazing time, and the photos capture being together. So again, this is my left-hand side of the page. This is my right-hand side. So you have that fun look. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Share this with your friends. Any questions, you can go out to the website. And always ask. Ask. That's what I'm here for. Have a great one.